not sure, but they seem to be covering each other and throwing each other under the bus in theory.
Okay.
But it all still points back to the same two people. Who's really pulling the strings? Is it Alex Brigham because he's got some sort of evidence or something over the rest of them, and he's the one in the back that's pulling the strings? Or is it Miss Red in the back pulling the strings?
See, personally, I don't think it's Alex that's pulling the strings. I don't know. I'd be steering more towards Miss Red here.
And why would you say? Why would you say? What elaborate on that a little bit, Jason.
I mean, we all know what Alex is like, right? He just baits us all the time. I mean, he's just relentless in that sense. Miss Red, do you know something?
I don't think.
I'm not too sure.
I don't think we can class that live video that he done with Irish Kelly as bait. That's just pure sick. It's pure disgusting. So there's no bait in there. I just think he's shown a bit of his true colours in that video alone. And that's what anything that's going on the regarding Alex, it's always going to come back to that video.
Yeah,
because it's involving children. When you're talking with adults, or you've got a disagreement with adults, or you're having an argument on it, two men, two women, whatever. As I said, we're adults. But when you're using children in that derogatory way and that derogatory term, he's left the rest of the app thinking either two things. Definitely he's a predator, without a doubt, 100%. Let's stop planting that seed in our minds.
It's like when you're at school and there's little gangs that form, and it's always the most popular one and that's the leader. So that's why I would sway towards Miss Red being the one that's attempting to pull the strings. But you're never going to be able to control everyone, which is why Alex is now insinuating he's been kicked out of the clique and he's going to tell a few home truths.
Yeah, absolutely. But does anybody got any inkling when this will be, or?
That's all part of his plan, Charlie. It's all coming soon, and people sit and wait like
sheep, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about the Fact Freaks live last night? I thought it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing at some points.
I haven't seen nothing personally. I've been out of touch for a couple of days.
Well, he had this red wig on, and he was really going for it with the pounding, the Chinese. Even I think Miss Red's dog got a mention in the in that crazy start of the live, I think.
Oh, good God.
It was really, really funny.
I didn't see it, but I know that Basil wasn't happy because he said he was copying him because he did the whole Miss Red wig last week when he was doing his videos and stuff.
Well, I think Basil needs to apply to have that patent, doesn't he? So he gets the trademark on it.
Yeah.
He needs to get that done ASAP, because I don't think, I think there's going to be a few others coming through, to be honest with you. But,
I think so as well.
What else can we say? Was there anything new that was discussed on I didn't watch the YouTube bit of it. I only watched the bit that was on here.
I do when there's switch platforms and forum, do you know what I mean, between, because then you lose people because not everyone's on every single.
Morning.
Oh, morning, Max.
Morning, Max.
Can I just tell you something so fucking funny? What I've just heard, fucking
Please.
spiky, mouldy, upside down fruit saying.
Oh, go on. Something hypocritical.
Now she's trying to get up Miss Dread's ass as well, because I just heard her say to Angie, did you see the video about Alex and he's going to out the clique? Well, I don't think it's good for Miss Red's mental health or his. I think he should stay off the app a bit longer. Sorry, that's pineapple coming out of Red's arse.
I mean, why anyone?
Yeah, that's
would take
just
it
to make
back.
sure that she's dominating the app of some type. That's what that is.
I tell you what, I did see last
It's-
night though. I was flicking around and EQ was doing her FYP, and there was a clip of yesterday with Andrew spewing venom, and one of the comments had said Pineapple's real name and said Google it and kept saying it. So she'd called out this person in the comments, said block them, block them. So EQ went back through to see what this person was saying, saw what the comment was, and went on to Google it while 4.5k are watching her, and it came up with all the thief, fraudulent, stealing from charity, reports, newspaper reports, and she was showing them on her FYP. And the amount of people that didn't actually realise who she was and what she's done. So yeah, she's just outed her to 4.5 people.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you
think
doing?
the downfall. I
Charlie?
think the downfall with Pineapple yesterday was the reflection in her phone,
Yeah.
and then when obviously people have checked on Google for the certain pictures or whatever, you can definitely see that's the same woman.
I did say that before, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you called that a while
So
ago.
You were
didn't you?
right.
She outed
Everyone
herself.
thought she
She's
was
a
right.
thieving, fraudulent witch that stole off of a children's hospital charity, Joe. That's who she is.
10,000 was it, or 5,000, something like that? It was thousands.
I don't care if
Just
it's a
look up
penny.
Carolyn.
Yeah, it doesn't matter even it
Is
was a penny,
Carolyn
you know.
Jones?
Caroline Jones, spelt with a K.
Yeah. Well, I didn't out her, but what I said is I stick to my guns that it's her. I definitely think it's her. I'm sticking to it. I call her for it.
EQ outed her to nearly 5k last night, so that's
It was
That's a
Lucy.
good
The
thing.
story she said were too much. It was too fake.
yeah, no, it was at the
fair.
time. It was. But you got to remember, I was like, how does nobody know this? But at the time of it being like coming out, she was mostly in Charlie's boxes, wasn't she? Trying to take that over. So it was only kind of us that came into immediate contact with her. She didn't really float about. So I suppose where she's going now, Angie's boxes.
Sorry, Luce, I've got to disagree with you there.
Go
She
on.
floats around a lot of places, love.
Oh well, yeah. Physically,
Next to Kimbo the lot.
Well, did anybody see the Fact Freak last night on his YouTube?
Yeah.
Was there anything new chippy come out?
I'd have to go over it again because I had company and I had things going on, so I'm going to go over it again before I make a
Okay.
comment. But yeah, we're interested.
I saw the beginning of it when it was on TikTok
Mhm.
with his red wig on and going for the Chinese and the whatever with Simon on the side.
So what I'm going to do is, Fat Freak, you plagiarised our Bazza's mockery.
yeah, I just
That
said
was
that.
buzzers.
Okay.
He needs to trademark it, Chippy.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe said basically red is no saint as she act, but we already knew that.
Oh yeah, we already know that.
I think, I'm glad EQ highlighted about Pineapple and showed stuff because she's getting away. Look, I've said it before. If Pineapple had come out and said, when she was called out for it, had said, "Okay, it's me, guys. I apologise. You can hate me or not, or you can like me or hate me, but it's the truth. Yes, it's me. Blah blah blah.
I made a massive mistake.
Yeah,
I'm a
it's
reformed
it's in my
character.
past. It'll never happen again, sort of thing." I think most people would have said, "Fair enough. You've held your thingy." Someone will have said, "I don't like you." Someone will have said, "I do." Yeah, it's fine. Get over it. Get past it. But the fact that she lied about to her mates and she made so many bullshit stories up and tried to blame some imaginary sister, you know what I mean? Fuck off. That's what people are mad at. Well, it's pretty disgusting what she did, but
And pretending it didn't happen.
yeah.
Pretending she can just, because Angie's boxes are recycled so often, it's new people all the time. Nobody knows it's her. I remember when I did go in there into Angie's live and Top Girl had just started, and I was just spamming the comments, and Top Girl had no idea who Pineapple was.
Can I highlight?
No, but she's up her arse now and all.
Can I just have a bit of an highlight there, you know? Remember, Angie had said she'd had and Pearl, that they both had a phone call, video call with her, and they've seen her and her face. But it definitely wasn't her. How the fuck do you work that out when we've just seen what we've just seen?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's got to be questioned now, isn't it?
And let's not forget Miss J said it wasn't her as well.
Yeah. And why have they said it's not her?
Who's
If
in
they've
bed
seen
with
her face as
Feisty?
we've seen it now. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Why the lies?
Well, this is it now, Chippy. You know, everything now is going to be obviously questionable no matter what they come out with or whatever they're going to do.
Yeah.
Because obviously with the amount of crap that is going on the app at the moment, you know, that click, what Alex is going on about, what, you know, I'm now not dreading, but you know, what else is going to come out?
Yeah. Oh, I've got
And
one
I
idea for you,
think
Charlie.
you know, I said this a week ago. I've got a gut feeling somebody is major on this app is about to go under the bus.
Yeah,
I think they're in the background, you know, who's ever pulling the strings. I don't know if Miss Red's pulling the strings or if Alex is, you know, but at the moment, I'm thinking it's more like Alex. And I've still got that gut feeling that he's got some sort of whatever over, you know, especially Red. I think there's something sinister there because of how the things are going on
Well, I always
and
say
how it's revolving. You
everything
know what I mean?
reverts back to Red. And Charlie, I've got a bone to pick with you because the weather's shit.
Yeah, today it is, but yesterday was stunning.
I know. But it's crap today. I was going to go to the beach with Young'un, but I don't think that's going to happen now. So it's your fault. All right.
Yeah, sorry.
I did hear Miss J on with Dave Duran saying, "Oh, I don't know what's going to come out," and you know, Dave was kind of joking, but you could tell Miss J was a little bit like, "Oh God, what's to come?"
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's going to, you know, I think with what Alex is going to come out with, and obviously Karma Kaz is back next week. This, you know, this ripple effect that's going to go through the app, I think it's going to be more like a tsunami this time round.
Do you know what? Because somebody's like, Alex is going to throw it all on the table. I said it yesterday, the only problem I've got with this, right, is that his word isn't trustworthy anymore.
No, of course not.
And how do you believe anything that's going to... I mean, it'll be interesting. It will be interesting what he's got to say. But how do you decipher what's true and what isn't?
Morning, Celine.
Because he never comes with proof, does he, Max?
Never. Jenny, morning, my lovely.
Stonewall facts he comes with.
I'm telling you now, I never come with Stonewall facts. You're lying, Max. I never said that in once. Never in 1,000 lives I've ever done. I've ever said I'm going to bring proof.
That's why Jay's worried, because it's going to let her halo's going to slip, because she's obviously going to be spoken about as well.
Shelley, morning, love. What would you like to say?
Morning. I'm just listening to Chippy trying to do my accent.
No, it's not.
No, what it is, I'm wondering if Miss Red knows that something big's going to come out, and that's why she's took herself off the app.
Yeah, she knew all that rubbish was coming out with Mama Kaz.
With Mama Kaz and Alex.
The same day she done a post saying she's coming off. She don't know whether for a week, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I
And
just
then
think
that's
she's
how
holding
Mama Kaz
back.
come out, and then Mama Kaz said she stepped back from her as well.
But Mama Kaz is threatening to out people now as well. So you got Alex and Mama Kaz. So I think Miss Red will be stepped back for a while to keep out the limelight.
Maybe, but I'll still say, yeah, something more sinister's on the way. Morning, Maria. What would you like to say, lovely?
Morning, Charlie. Are you all right, my darling?
I'm all good, yes, good.
All right. Slightly off topic, but I just wanted to say that I came across a not very nice live yesterday where things have been rehashed about one's past.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say that I judge people by the here and now and how they treat me. And I've only been coming into your lives for the last few weeks. And I have been treated so well. You've reached out to me in my inbox, checking if I'm okay. You and your mods are lovely every morning. It's not a toxic room. It's a pretty safe space. And I just think you're great, Charlie. And I just think things get rehashed out of jealousy because your numbers are growing week by week.
And
Long
that's
may it
what it
continue. I think you're doing absolutely amazing. And thank you for always being so kind to me. You, your mods, your guests in your box. You know, I've spoken about private things on here and, you know, you've been amazing. Long may it continue. You're doing great, Charlie. And thank you for having
thank you, Maria. Thank you so much.
That's all I wanted to say, my darling. Oh,
Thank
in
you.
other news, guess what happened to me this morning?
Go on.
My kid slept through night for the first time in 2 years. Woohoo!
Ooh, so you got a good night's sleep then.
Well done.
I have. I'm feeling great. So I'm just going to have a coffee and carry on listening into you, Charlie. But continue your good work. You're doing fantastic, my love.
Thank you, my lovely.
And
Thank
big up to
you.
your mods as well.
Oh, yeah, they're all great. They're all good.
They are. They're all lovely. They always make time for me. So carry on. I'm listening in.
Oh, thank you, my lovely. And just touching up quickly, Chippy, Conservative had announced this morning that they're, if they win the general election, they're going to be introducing national call-up.
He's on mute.
Or anybody's got anything
No.
to say on that? I think Labour will, to be fair, because of what is going on.
What were the question, Charlie?
Conservative have announced this morning that if they win the general election, they will be introducing the national call-up service. And I think Labour may do that anyway.
I can't see Labour doing it. I think that that is like they're desperate to win the election, and they'll say anything right now. But so I don't really believe that there's any truth in it. But
what, not even considering with recent things that are happening in the Middle East and Ukraine and.
I just
our military people have stated that we are like seriously short of people.
Well, I think Charlie, I think it's a good idea for that anyway. But what I'm trying to say is that both parties now are going to start promising things, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. So this is about winning an election. A lot of people will latch onto that and say, "Well, if you're offering that, I'll vote for you," sort of thing. You know what I mean? Labour will come back with something else. I just think it's about getting across the line, and then they'll decide what they're going to do then, innit? It's the same shit every time, innit?
Yeah.
If it were me, I'd vote
Same
for
shit, different, yeah,
vote for
different
either of them.
government place, isn't it?
Give a new party a chance, because, yeah, that might be scary to people, but give a new party a chance, because we've had this, again, I'm 57 years old, I've seen all these parties promising shit, and we've never had any of it, you know? If you go over their history of promises they made during elections, we've had none of it. We've got nothing from it. Nothing. Our NHS is still in a mess. The country's still in a mess. The cost of living's in a mess. None of us, the general people living in this country that just go out to work all day, try to feed the kids, have got nothing out of these governments over the last 50 years. So give somebody else a chance, that's what I'd say.
I don't know. With the whole army thing, I saw on the news the other week, through the week, that the prisons here are absolutely overflowing. So now people with smaller crimes are getting community service, fines. They haven't got the space for them in the prisons. So why can't they send them? I know they're maybe not the best people to pick, but put them in some sort of army that gives them the structure that they need. Like in America where they do army-style boot camps for criminals to reform them. Like, I'm all about, like, reforming people. Don't just chuck them in a cell and leave them to rot until you let them back out again. They're coming back out and committing the same crimes. Like,
some of these prisoners, Lucy, they're in prison and they're locked up for 23 hours a day. That doesn't reform anybody, does it?
No, of course it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, Celine. Yeah, I just, talking about, prisoners and stuff, but, I did hear on the radio, I think, or on TV a couple of days ago that they're even letting some inmates out early because the prisons are full. They're
Yeah, they
rammed.
haven't got the space.
Mm.
I know people that have done horrendous things, or people I know of from where I used to come from, and the sentences are going down and down and down. And they've done things that, throw back 5 years, that would have been a stretch. But they're saying that they just haven't got the facilities, the funds, the space to keep them in prison for as long as it needs to be. But equally, like I've just said, there's no point unless you're going to reform someone so that when you release them, they're coming out. Oh, I missed her. They're coming out so that they're a better character.
Hiya, Joe.
Yeah. But
Boom.
You all right, pal?
Yeah, man, I'm just getting ready. I'm off to Wembley soon.
Oh, you have to watch the game?
Yeah.
Nice. It'll be busy on them trains, mate, if you've got to get a train there.
so have you got anything to say, Joe, on the Fat Freak or Alex Bingham with this latest video? And
I just think it's terrible.
It's all terrible, to be honest. It shows you how dirty this app is, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Like I
This
said
is
last night, it's just come like it feels like in certain parts of TikTok, it's become like calculated and like snaky and dirty feeling. Do you know what I mean? Very underhand. Whereas when you do scroll about and you find the actual big creators, because everyone throws around big creators, I'm talking people with like 78, 100, 300k followers that are actually doing things. It's like so many different sides of TikTok, and I think unluckily for us, we seem to have found a little bit of TikTok that with that scenario that it just seems to be going down worse of the worst.
Do you know what? I want to just say something, actually. You know the prisons discussion, right? You know what I'd like to see, instead of having people locked up 23 hours a day, is especially the non-violent on sort of very low risk prisoners. I'd like to see them out working, doing jobs that need doing, like repairing roads and all that sort of stuff,
You used to get that type of community service, Chippy, but you don't now. And and I know this, I'm not just spitting crap. You get charity shops and gardening. You don't get, whereas community service, you don't get hard-working, labouring jobs.
But do you not think, Chippy, like I remember, say, the late 70s, early 80s, going to Brighton as a kid, and everything used to look so dull and grey, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you not get the sense? Do you not get the sense that that's happening now?
Yeah.
Talking about the services, that things need to be. Everything is starting to look like a bit going back to the Victorian.
Well, these councils, Charlie, the councils are struggling for money, right? So they don't do the minor stuff, the little potholes in the road, or repairing a fence, or making sure somebody's garden's clear of rubbish, etc. There's so many things that prisoners could do. One, it'd get them out and about, it'd get them socialising between themselves and learning how to maybe even gain a skill, you know what I mean, that they might not have. And you get them out there, get them working in the communities, and letting them, they see another side of life then as well, maybe. You know what I mean? When they're going helping some unfortunate person that can't look after themselves, as in gardening and stuff, and they might get a sense of purpose out of it. You know what I mean?
I'd imagine they'd prefer that than being stuck in
exactly.
a cell for 23 hours a day.
Yeah, and even if you're paying them a little bit, you don't have to pay them a lot of money. You could pay them money to do this stuff. You could pay them money that goes into an account, and when they get out and they've been, say, crime free for a couple of years, they can have all that money back. Like a wage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just an encouragement to keep them out of trouble for a longer period of time. Because once they're out of trouble for a period of time, they may never go back to it.
The other side of it also is that they've now introduced an option of a tag. So you can have a curfew tag or an alcohol tag. and if you choose to take that in court, you waive any community service. You don't have to do it. And because I've looked into it all and I've had experience with it, and the people that just do not do community service is so high. So if it is something like gardening, we don't get it in my area, it's all charity shop work. But if you do happen to get gardening and they don't want to do it, they don't go. And the amount of time it takes them to take them back to court, half the time they just write it off.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is, like, Lucy, you imagine, right? So they're in there, they said to them, it's either 23 hours in your cell, or you go out and do some work, learn a skill, we'll give you a couple of choices of what you can do, you learn how to do that, you learn how to do that work. That person may have had a life of crime, might have been on drugs, whatever, you don't know. But they go out, they do that for the period of time that they're in for, let's say 12 months they're doing it for. By the end of that 12 months, they may have got like a bit more pride about themselves. They may have learned some skills that they can actually go work for themselves to do something. And any money that they wouldn't receive that money straight away, you know what I'm saying, if they were paid for it but don't get it straight away, that money could then be put in a trust fund. So you stay out of prison for 5 years, you can have that money, for example. That's a good incentive. And they might say, you know what, I'm keeping clean because 5 years, I want that couple of grand or that 10 grand or whatever it is that you've earned.
Well, they're getting benefits anyway, so they might as well work for summer. And the other side of it is with the whole prison thing, you know, people watch it like, oh, there's no space in prisons. I was in town the other week and the woman in just a little Sainsbury's was like, we've had so many this morning. It's in the town centre, people walking in with backpacks, filling it up, and just walking out. There's no security guard and there's no threat of punishment. Not going to go to prison for petty theft, are they?
Well, a lot of these supermarkets will have a no chase policy, won't they?
Well,
so that means
no.
basically you stand up. If a bleeper goes off and a person's willing to have the bags checked, fair enough. But if they're running out of store, don't chase them. It puts you at risk. So
I'm just saying it's just a big circle of failures, isn't it? So if you know, it's like being a kid at school. If you knew you didn't have to do your homework, you weren't going to get any repercussions. You wouldn't really do it, would you? You know, if I could go into a shop and obviously not morally, but punishment-wise, if you know you're not going to prison, then you know what?
Sorry, in my kettle.
There's no threat of anything, is there?
There's no threat. There's no repercussions. No threat of repercussions. You know, it's petty crime. So the government had said I don't know, a year ago, they're going to start tackling petty crime. You know, the small crimes that people every day, that affects people every day, drugs and stuff and theft and all that. They're still not doing it. They're still not doing nothing about it. We need more police officers. That's what we need on the streets. We need boots on the streets. So, and the government was talking about trying to get out of the Human Rights Act and make their own, basically, so they could tackle stuff like that. But I can't see that coming to fruition either.
No.
When is Pride, Charlie?
The first weekend in August.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm down for it.
If you've never been to Brighton Pride,
I'm just trying to find this video of Alex. Did you have it, Lucy?
Yeah, 1 second.
if you've never been to Brighton Pride, you need to go.
Why is it really good, Chippy?
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, you don't even have to be part of the LGBTQ community to enjoy it. It's Pride's a great day in Brighton.
It's very multicultural, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just brilliant to see people enjoying themselves, dressing up, having a laugh.
I'd love to do it.
Honestly, Brighton's brilliant for their day. They have that parade from seafront and that.
You're gonna come down, Chippy.
It depends what I'm doing, but yeah, I've been to it a few times. So.
Yeah, I was invited to that, Susie Boo.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lucy, have you got that video so we can quickly just replay it for those that haven't seen it yet? Or
Yeah, I'm just finding.
this is the video, guys, of Alex Bingham latest statement. Yeah, just listen how he puts across the word click, the click.
Can I imagine? Before you play it, Lucy, can I just say, in your head, can you listen to the music in the background? Can you listen to it as if it was the Beast song, please?
I'm trying to bloody find it and I can't.
Not to the music he's put on it. Just put it to the Beast song.
You deleted it. Which account was it on? I've looked on both.
I ain't got two devices here, so
I'm thinking it could have potentially been taken down because of the music that was in it, Charlie.
yeah, maybe it's been shared a bit, so people might still have it, but I ain't got two phones or out, so.
Yeah, I haven't got it.
It did say a few, unsavoury words in there that.
So it's shame I
It's
really.
private now.
Well,
What, his account's gone on private, or
who's posted
His
it?
account's not.
Trucker G's got it. Lucy, Trucker G's got it
Okay, 1 minute.
on his. Hey, up, Trucker, how you doing, lad?
Trucker, you know you're always welcome in the chat, mate, and up in a box.
Well, Charlie, there's conditions of him coming up in the box. If he starts shouting about Man United, he can get out.
Oh,
You watching a game today, Charlie?
no.
What time's it? Has it 3, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be watching that.
You're not on Trucker G's. Quiet.
Is he a liar again? Is he
It's
crap
still
chasing
there
again?
on Alex
Alex
Brigham
Brigham
Live.
Okay, hang on.
Are you clout chasing, Trucker?
I already
Leeds United, we want Leeds to be promoted.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Alex Brigham Live. Oh, it's changed. I'm sure it's changed. Oh no, okay, hang on. Oh, this one. Right, hang on.
Last night's videos of Trucker being exposed on this page. Well, that ain't even. Do you know what? That ain't even Trucker G.
Is it not?
No, it's a
it's
fake
not.
account. It's not the real Trucker G.
No.
Awareness page. You goon. You're gone. Sorry, Charlie. Right.
I still remember the shit like it was just yesterday, though. You walked in, yellow jumpsuit, cold boot, crack jokes. Once you got inside the booth, told you. Like smoke with the friends, some of them I put on, but they just left. They said they was riding to the death, but where the fuck are they now? Now that I need them, I don't see none of them, all I see is Slim. Fuck all you fair weather friends, all I need is him. Fucking backstabbers, when the chips were down, you just laughed at us. Now you about to feel the fucking wrath of aftermath, faggots. You gon' see us in our lab jackets, and that's where the fuck we been. You can kiss my indecisive ass, crack maggots and the cracker's ass. Low crack the jack beat, make it whack ass backwards, producers some back bastards. One more CD and then I'm packing up my bags, and as I'm leaving I guarantee they'll scream straight, don't leave us like that, man, cause it literally feels like a lifetime ago, but I still
So it says. Why does that sit like that?
remember the shit like
I was thrown to the dogs based on lies. No more loyalty or alliances. Live coming soon. Truth about the click. Clique, he spelt it. Someone I seen yesterday had redone it to a different song, and a different.
I don't know. I take that. I don't know what's the video in regards to what he's trying to say. I don't understand, because normally when you do a video with a statement, you normally try and
Make it
connect
relevant.
the song and what the issue is come together. And I don't really understand what that video is about, because I don't think he's that fit.
Hang on a minute. What does that wording say at the bottom of the video?
Which one here? That's what
Yeah.
I've read out. I was thrown to the dogs based on lies. No more loyalty or alliances. Live coming soon. But he turned the comments off.
Interesting.
I still think there's something really, really sinister coming. And I keep saying the same thing. You know, I said it last week, I might have said it the week before, but I'll still say somebody at the back is pulling the strings really hard. And whether that's Alex or Miss Red, I don't know. But I still think there's something more sinister to come.
Yeah, I do 100%.
I don't really want to be the first person to say this, but something got put to me.
Is this an exclusive, Joe?
Come on, get it spat out.
Go on, say it.
Shall we say 2 people could have possibly been involved
In what?
in each other?
Oh, you mean you're in Red and Alex?
No
Oh,
comment.
I am bothered. I've said it before. There could be because, and I was actually joking about. She said she was going to be moving back to Tamworth. Is that because she's moving out to somewhere
What?
to his house?
Can't
Are they
you
getting a
take
house
the
together?
on the Chinese
What?
anymore?
No, I mean that's their business, isn't it? To be fair, you know, if that's going on, that's going on. But it would explain a few things.
And when I say it's been put to me, not on social media or anything, it's been put to me as in word of mouth.
Oh, God. Oh. That's put me off my Weetabix now. Really? Miss Red and Alex?
Yeah, they
And then
say they've
again,
never met.
I suppose 90% of the women have seen his cockles on here. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah, she said she's never met him.
oh my God! And do you think this is why Pineapple's sticking up for Red because they're all involved in a swingers club?
Oh, they're all a bunch of weirdos.
Well, I'm calling bullshit that they've never met.
No, I don't think they have.
I've ever met. I think it's weird. Like, you're such good friends, and you double down on yourself for
Well,
someone
perhaps
you've
they
never
have.
met.
Perhaps they've met in a lay-by and had a burger band burger from Pearl, and then went off and had a pounding in another lay-by somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. On a light note, did anyone manage to watch Han, her live?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that I watched on and off because some of it was not.
Well, do you know what? Lucy?
What, Chippy?
Well, no. I mean, did Han do that solo?
What?
Did Han solo?
Oh, it's too early for Jimmy's jokes. It really is.
Did you hear us last night, Charlie?
Little bits, yeah.
When Casey was in the box at Mills's. Yeah.
Peter
What
Sutcliffe, no thanks. Ooh.
Wallaby.
I went to sleep as
True stories.
5 minutes after he joined.
Oh. Oh dear. We had a laugh, don't we?
But Han's live was good. Bless her, she sounded so nervous and she was about 40 minutes late to start it. I think she was really anxious. There were a couple of singers and then they got on to... what was nice is, although there were questionable creators as such in there supporting her, they did go in so that she'd get the numbers in. So it was nice to see that they can actually support each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some unity. So there was, well, I'm not even going to say that one.
Yeah, Casey.
Gracie was in there and she told her story. And do you know, to say how well she's done on this app, what she's come through, and the losses she's had, she's done amazing. And it's things like that I've not really heard properly before. Do you know what I mean? And Han's had hard times, and Alicia was in there about, losing her mum. so it was, you know, it wasn't the cheeriest, but it was a nice break from all the drama, and she won't have certain creators. I mean, people in the comments saying, you really need Angie in here now, she's in a bad way. Oh my God, I was like, she's pissed. There's people in recovery trying to share stories of hope and recovery. Like, you do not need somebody who's 15 sheets to the wind spewing on herself coming in here. Do you know what I mean? People are...
Apparently she threw up, didn't she, last night?
Oh yeah, she just threw up all over the carpet and left it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
God, it's going to smell like a sewage works in that room.
Ugh.
Anyway, let's not get onto her.
Yeah, let's not go too personal.
Let's get off that subject.
About her
We've
anyway.
got better things to do.
Han's got a good, I think she must have a good job, so she was giving all the money to other charities.
Billabong.
Billabong.
Oh, he's... I'm still laughing about it last night. Every time somebody said a word, right? So they talked about Australia. Casey were talking about Australia, right? And every time somebody said like dingo or wallaby, what were it, dunny, and I was just telling the true fact of how these words came about and how they've been changed over the years because of the meanings.
Guys, I think it was one of them that you had to be there.
What do you mean?
So what are people's predictions for today? What do you think is going to happen today? Do you think anybody's going to come on and...
Well, Charlie, what happens on a Sunday?
Well, yeah, but it is resets, isn't it?
What? So has Brigham actually done his exposure thing? And when's that going to happen?
No, he's gone to get receipts. It'll be about 51 days.
Right, okay.
These receipts from him now, unless they're audio, and you can actually see people in it and obviously doing whatever they're meant to be doing, text messages and WhatsApp messages from him now, you know they're all going to be edited.
So,
but then it goes back to what Chippy was saying. How can you believe anything that these people are coming out with now?
Well, I wouldn't even want to believe anything of somebody that said what he said about...
yeah, that's the problem I've got, Lucy. I don't want to hear him spouting shit. If somebody else were doing it, fine, but from him.
So are you saying you still can't get out the video that he did with Kelly?
I can't get over, right, and obviously I don't want to bring names up, but we had 6 months or so of him bullying somebody. Then he included other people about other things, and then he included other people. Then he did memes of people. Then he did behind the scenes stuff. Then he did that comment. You know, I still won't forget setting up a child account, and I found out last night that he actually followed an account that was a child's account, and I think it was a deliberate, targeted thing because he knew who it was. And I'm not going to go into it any deeper because that is private stuff. But the fact that he then did that conversation, what he called a joke, which I would never find funny, that low level stuff. How can you even want to listen to his bullshit without any full 100,000% proof? How could you even listen to all that? You sit there and want to listen to that comes out of his mouth. How could you even trust a thing that comes out of his mouth? Because I think he's the sort of guy that would still try and manipulate a situation to make himself look good. Do you know what I mean?
Of course he will.
Twisted conversations, alpha conversations, no proof conversations. I think if it was all voice notes, dated, so you can see the dates and the times, and he's playing this voice notes from a screen without any gaps in it and stuff, maybe. Whole conversations, but part conversations, no. Because part conversations can be manipulated. The context can be taken out of it, you know what I mean? And twisted.
But remember the sort of messages and pictures he willy-nilly, no pun intended, sends about. So you're never going to hear his responses and his replies. Someone's just asked about King Louis. There's a lot on. I don't know how true it is, and I'm always dubious. But everything I've seen has said he's awake. So the fact that he's awake is amazing.
No Face is doing an exposure on Who tonight.
They're getting
Not
bored.
another one.
Oh, thank you, Scotty.
No offence to No Case, I'm just saying. I'm sick of exposures. When there's nothing to expose, they're just going over old ground.
Hi, Melsley.
Hi, yeah, sorry, I was in the car listening to you as I had literally 1 mile of fuel left in my car and I had to drive 3 miles to get 3 miles to get to the nearest petrol station with one
Again?
phone on my car.
Why did that leave a week?
I had to just like build up a bit of speed and freewheel it like as far as I could go until I got there, but yeah, we're all good.
What are you like?
Exposing Holly Stanley. Well, I don't want to hear any of that either. I think he's a convicted pedo. That's all you need to know.
Fat Freak's already exposed Ollie Stanley. There's no to expose on that one.
The only thing is it's good to repeat these things because a lot of new people join, right? And a lot of new people join us app and don't know about things, so it's good to sometimes
do an awareness.
them now and again.
It's not an exposure, is it?
Yeah, I suppose that's a good point. That's what I was saying about Evil Queen going on and Googling pineapple last night. The amount of people, I was shocked that didn't know anything about her. Had just seen her in the box. So yeah, you're right. They do come in and new, aren't they? And they haven't seen that side.
I'm just showing you my new Pink Floyd t-shirt. Like that.
Oh, nice.
It's got little diamondy bits on it. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah.
Nice.
That was that. Oh, Chippy, that was funny last night. I'm not going to lie. That was. It was weird. Anyway, Chippy, how are you?
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to look for a video on King Louis to see if there was any update. I can't really find anything.
No, it's all kind of posted.
Also, let Joe in box.
Did he get
Yeah, he got his part and he's awake, but it hasn't come from him himself, obviously, or anyone that's taken over his account. And I can't find that I've seen hasn't said anything, and his mum hasn't said anything. So I'm only going on the repost that he's awake, but I just know on here it can get, misstrued and
One step at a time for him, and it is really 1 hour at a time, 1 step at a time, and it really is for him.
What, for King Louis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and CLA dyed her hair brown.
Really?
Yeah, she left that dye on. I was flicking through the app and I saw her putting it on. No word of a lie, went back 4 hours later and she was only just rinsing it off.
Oh.
I was like, she's going to be bald. She wasn't.
What did she not like it, Lucy? Did she not like her hair?
It was all like black at the roots and then blonde, and she kept getting those wacky braids and stuff put in, didn't she? And no. Yeah, so she's gone all brown, but then she like curls it round, like your granny used to do when you were a kid, when you used to watch them with the hot brushes.
Oh, yeah.
Curls it into her face, so she looks about 60. She just straightened it and had it natural. She looked lovely.
Oh my god.
So what's the chat this morning? So I've missed it. I didn't get up till a bit later. I had a few drinks last night. So what?
Well, the headlines dominating this morning is the Fat Freak's exposure on Miss Red. I saw a bit of it on TikTok, but I didn't catch the whole thing on YouTube. And obviously the new Alex Bingham statement video, something that he's going to expose the clique or something like that.
To deflect off his own bad behaviour. Yep. Okay.
And obviously on the news this morning, world news that is, Millsy, that Conservative are going to introduce national call-up service if they win the election.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that last night, yeah. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? I think it's a good thing for like discipline and teaching young ones respect, but I think it's not just getting into, from what I read, it's not just getting into service. You can also do things for charities and other things as well, but I think it's just, putting your time to some good use. But
well, they'll learn them trades in there as well, won't they?
Yeah.
They'll learn them. They already do that, so they'll learn them different trades and stuff and different
And
skills.
Jojo in the chat says Alex has exposed enough mushrooms. I would call it a more like a walnut whip.
Can't work out whether he worked for Cadbury's or
Or Nestle.
Yeah, what he's
that's
trying
it,
to do there is he's trying to build up a frenzy of people to get everybody thinking,
Morning, Ebenezer.
what's he going to say and all this stuff, what's he going to, and by doing that, it's putting out people's minds about what he said a couple of weeks ago or last week, whenever it was. Because
I just
everybody will
think
be
it's
talking
another
about what he's
manipulation
going to
thing.
say and stuff like that, and forgetting about that, you know. So
I think the only way he can actually expose anybody is if he's, like I say, if he's got proof, and we know what he's like for proof, and whether it's you. I don't want if he's going to play a part conversation, it's not acceptable from him. He's got to show a whole conversation because you can't trust his word. You just can't trust him. He's a manipulator. Like I said before, it's predatory.
Sorry, Jojo.
So,
but listen, what will happen is, right, if he's talking about the fishwives or anything comes out about them, they've got lots of things that they've not spilt yet. And they weren't intending to spill, but if he starts outing them, then they will spill things about him. So
well, that'll have a knock-on effect with everybody because if he attacks like the Reds and Miss J and whatever else, surely they're gonna fight.
I don't
back.
know what clique he's talking about. I mean, it could be anybody out of that, you know, the Fishwives and Miss Redden group. But whatever it is, Charlie, I'm here for it. I'm here to sit back and.
I think Luke's in Turkey. Yeah, he is in. So Luke's in
Okay, cool.
Turkey, right? He's having leg extensions done.
Does that mean he'll be taller than Declan Donnelly then?
No, he's getting sick of people telling him to grow up. So they said
I don't know if anybody's been
for a leg
watching
extension.
Zach the Brat, but I know he's abroad getting surgery. Does anybody know how he is, or if he's had it yet, or?
He seems fine. He's been on lives a couple of times and he looks healthy. He looks fine. He was laughing. So yeah, been
So
walking about.
he's had his surgery, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you know, I'm not sure if he's been moved to a hotel now because I happened to go on his live just in seconds before he went off yesterday, and it looked as if he was in like a hotel lobby. From what I saw, it didn't look like a hospital reception. It looked like a lobby of a hotel. But so whether he's been moved or not, I do not know. But as I say, I just caught the very tail end of it. So hopefully he'll be coming back the next day or
Where's
so.
Max gone?
And yeah, just remind everybody, Kamikaze back tonight, 10:30 It's going to be a good one.
Oh, is he back tonight?
Yeah, he said he was going live Sunday 10:30, didn't he? So.
Oh, let me
This
put
is
that down on
Sunday.
my notepad, and then I can mention it and keep mentioning it and
And
mentioning
we're all
it.
off tomorrow with the holiday, so we can all stay up late and watch it.
So he's back
Watching
tonight.
that.
Yeah, well, this is Sunday, right? Let me get this straight. This is Sunday, yeah?
That's
Yes.
fine. He's in a hotel now.
So he's on tonight at 10:30.
Yeah, it should be around about 10:30. But sometimes bear with him, because sometimes he comes on at like 11:45, 11 or 11, but it just run about then, yeah.
You know what I found interesting about the Zaxxon thingy is that that Michelle that was calling out Zach and playing notes the other day and all this sort of stuff and going in were it Pearl's live or somebody's. She has a connection to Feisty apparently. Now, when you've got Feisty behind you, again, why is she behind her? Why is she? It just, do you know what I mean? It just stinks when people like Feisty behind them. You know what I mean?
Who's got a connection to Feisty?
That Michelle that were calling Zach out for the borrowing of the money.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does anybody else got anything else to say on the morning headlines? Because it is a Sunday, and yeah, I will.
Charlie, can I just say that I am going for Sunday Carvery today.
Are you?
I am, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I
You've
can
not
honestly say
been for a while,
something
Charlie.
more.
Well, I might go today, to be honest with you. There is, chicken and stuff in the fridge that I can do for a roast.
Get your set out,
If I can
Charlie.
be bothered to do it, do you know what I mean? Because by the time I get out in the garden this afternoon and sort out the dog cave and blah 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 and the animals, I think, oh, I can't be bothered to sit and cook a roast dinner.
Have you got an air fryer?
Yeah.
Get your sin out, Charlie. Go for your carver. It'll do you good.
Yeah, I might just get for the sake of a tenner or whatever
Get
it
yourself
is.
some fresh air. Get yourself a bit of chill out time, man. You had a hard enough day yesterday, man. Just take some chill
Oh,
out
it was
time.
shite yesterday.
Yeah,
But yes, thank you everybody for joining this morning. Don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow morning with another raving show at 7:30. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for the people that come in the boxes. Thanks for the people in the chat.
Everybody, thanks for the coin.
Thank you to all the
No
gifters
problem.
this morning. Big up to all the gifters. And yeah, see you
Charlie,
tomorrow morning, people.
just before you go, I sent you a message, by the way, on your Charlie Ferry's account on TikTok. So
Okay, I'll answer it.
all right.
Yeah, and have a great day,
Did-
guys. I'll
what's
probably be
that?
on Charlie's Ferries in, I don't know,
Enjoy your
around
afternoon, Joe.
lunchtime.
Tippy, did you send me the recording?
No, I have actually downloaded it, so I'll send you it. Yeah.
All right, thanks so much.
All right, pal.
Have a great morning, people. See you on the
See you
Charlie's
later.
Ferries
See you
again.
later. Bye.
Hello.
I'll be on there about 12